Hello, dear students of class 6, and welcome to yet another online class of geography. Dear children, as you all have already received your routine and you know very well that next week onwards your unit test starts. So, in view of that, today's video will be a revisory video. We will be covering the various topics that you need to be thorough with before you do your unit test. Now, dear children, you have already received your syllabus, chapter 1 and 2, everything that has been covered in the videos, right? So, basically, dear children, what you have to look for: definitions, okay? Definitions, that is define the following. Then you'll have MCQs, multiple choice questions, right? Subjective questions, question answer, differentiate between the following and stuff, and objective questions. What you call fill in the blanks, true, false, and stuff. But one thing that we cannot ignore is diagrams. Okay, diagrams. Now, dear children, in two chapters, the first chapter being the map, you'll have to be thorough with the definition of map. All right, like what is a map. Also, you'll have to be thorough with what is globe, how many types of maps are there, and their definitions. Also, dear children, difference between large scale map, small scale map, importance of maps, of course, advantages and disadvantages of globes and maps, sketches, plans, and representation of geographical features through diagrams like anticline and syncline, block mountain and rift valley, okay, and the various terms related with river like river, tributary, distributary, meander, and delta. These are the stuff you need to cover up in chapter 1. In chapter 2, elements of a map, map title, map direction. In map direction, you'll have to be thorough with the diagram of cardinal directions and intermediate directions. Then you'll have map scale, the three type of map scale: verbal statement, linear scale, and representative fraction. Now, when it comes to this, dear children, you'll also have to learn how to convert RF to verbal statement and verbal statement to RF. Okay, then legend or key. In that, this particular diagram which shows the various types of symbols used in a map along with their names, you need to be thorough with. Also, colors, grid system, what you call meaning of latitude and longitude, important latitudes, okay, and of course the heat zones, the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. So these are the few things you need to be very thorough with when you go through chapter 1 and 2. Now, dear children, today in particular I'll be discussing both the chapters objective type questions. Subjective you need to prepare on your own. So for the sake of reference, so that those who have not done, you will be thorough with the answer. Actually, everything is there in the videos covered earlier, but still for your sake I'll be covering few of the MCQs and objective type questions. Okay, so let's go through it. A1. Which of these is shown by a thematic map? Mountain, river, climate, and state capital. So your answer is climate. Number 2. These maps are very useful to surveyors and civil engineers engaged in building roads, bridges, canals, and other structures. Options are: number 1 physical, number 2 political, number 3 topographic, number 4 thematic, and your answer is option 3 topographic. Number 3, this is a true model of Earth. Sketch, map, globe, plan. You know very well the answer is globe. Next, This is a rough drawing that shows the horizontal section. Oh, sorry. This is a rough drawing showing the relative location of few features of an area. Options are number 1, globe, number 2, map, number 3, sketch, and number 4, plan. So the answer is sketch. Then number 5, this is a rough drawing that shows horizontal section of small area drawn to scale. You will have sketch, plan, map and globe, and your answer is number 2, plan. These are taken from space and show that Earth is spherical in shape. Graphs, plans, aerial photographs, sketches. Your answer is aerial photograph. Okay, so this covers one MCQ from chapter 1. Now dear children, don't just think that just because there is only MCQ, so only MCQ can come from this chapter. Like I told you earlier, everything that has been covered in the video will come. It may come in the form of fill in the blanks, it may come in the form of true false, it may come in the form of match the following. Okay, if it has been covered in the video, definitely it will come in the test, so prepare well accordingly. Now chapter 2, the elements of a map. Let's see the MCQ of this particular chapter. Number 1, this is not one of the 5 basic elements of a map. Number 1, a title. Number 2, a north line. Number 3, conventional symbol. And number 4, a twine. And your answer is number 4, a twine. Number 2, this is one of the intermediate directions: north, south, northeast and east. And of course your answer is northeast. Places lying halfway between south and southwest will have a south direction, west direction, south southwest direction and west southwest direction. And your correct answer is south southwest direction. Number 4, this is the ratio of the distance between two places on the map to the actual distance between the same two places on the ground. Number 1, scale. Number 2, plan. Number 3, symbol. And number 4, sketch. And your answer is number 1, scale. Number 5, the numerator of a representative fraction is always. The options are 1, 2, 0, 100. And you know the correct answer is 1. So this covers, dear children, the MCQs from both the chapter. But remember, like I told you, not only MCQ, but fill in the blanks, true, false, match the following can also come. They will be from, of course, inside the chapter. Those who have your books, you can go through the books, and those who don't have books, please don't worry, simply go through the video. Okay, simply go through the videos of the 2 chapters and you will know what has to be done, what has to be learnt. Okay, you don't worry, but study well. And still there is time. If you haven't purchased your books yet, my suggestion will be to purchase your books as soon as possible, so that it will be easier for you during all your tests. This I am saying as your class teacher. Alright. Now dear children, coming to diagrams. Now there are few diagrams which you need to be very thorough with. Like first one, the anticline and the syncline. Anticline and the syncline. Anticline and the syncline. Now you know very well, raised portion anticline and the lower portion syncline. Raised portion is anticline and the fallen portion is syncline. Okay. Also, children, rift valley, mountains, block mountains and rift valleys. can shade this part and this part. Okay, these two block mountains, and this one here, Rift Valley. Okay, Block Mountain and Rift Valley. Not only this, dear children, this particular diagram which covers everything: river source, tributaries, main river, meander, distributary, and delta, needs to be looked at. Very, very important. Now coming to chapter 2, like I already told you, conventional signs and symbols, very important. Along with that, learn how to do anticline and syncline properly. And sorry, I am mistaken. Directions. Okay, many students, they make very silly mistakes when it comes to direction. It's very simple. What's on your right is east. What's here is west, north, and south. Please remember this one. On your, if you look at the board from my side, what's on our right is east, what's on our left is west, then north, then south. But if you are facing the camera, then you are going to find that your left side is east, right side is west. Don't be confused. Simply think about it like from where the sun rises. It becomes east, next side west, upper side north, lower side south. Now once this has been covered, these are your cardinal directions. Once these are covered, the intermediate directions are very easy to face. Between north and west, northwest. Between north and east, northeast. Between south and east, southeast. And between south and west, south west. Okay, south and west, south west. So if you are able to cover this, then you see your directions diagram will be complete. East, west, north, south, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Not west, north. Okay, west, north will not be there. It's always north, west. Okay, so please remember this one. Secondly, dear children, I told you about the conversion. For conversion, you can particularly look at exercise E. Please look at the video which covers the solving of exercise E, because I think you remember very well. In exercise E, I had taught you how to write the distance, or how to find out the distance on map or the distance on ground, and most importantly the scale, which is in verbal statement. And there is one particular question in question answer: convert the statement 1 centimeter equals 100 kilometer on an RF scale. So it's very simple. 1 centimeter remains as it is. The kilometer first gets converted to meter, multiplying by 1000. Then the meter gets converted to centimeter, multiplied by 100. This way, one side remains centimeter, another side gets converted to centimeter. Both the centimeters are cancelled and you get your RF statement. Again, for this one also I am telling you, refer the video in which I have shown, when I was solving the question answer, there is a particular part where I have solved this one. Please look at it. Trust me, you are going to understand it very well. Now children, according to this guidance, prepare your chapter. Okay, please, those who don't have books, go through the videos very well. Even if you have books, still go through the videos so that you can understand better and prepare better. And please participate in the unit test. It's very, very compulsory and very, very important. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe.